It's enough. It's time for you to get out of this toxic relationship. I said it is enough. It is time for you to get out of this relationship, toxic relationship. Now, I am going to show you how to get out of a toxic relationship safely and with your dignity intact. Right. Why am I qualified to speak on this? It's because I managed to safely leave a toxic relationship that had lasted 18 years, and had it not been for the universe, God, people speaking the word narcissism into my life, I would still be in that confused state, not knowing what was happening. Do you know what I mean? I mean, a toxic relationship is not good for your health, it's not good for your life, your career. You cannot progress. Uh, you cannot raise your kids properly, or maybe you will not even have kids because an abuser would use any form of manipulation just to put you down. And because of whatever they're planning in their head, you don't know whether you can't even plan together. And you don't know whether you're gonna have more kids or no kids. I mean, once the love bombing stage is gone, there's no way you're gonna say anything to them because it has always been their game. It has always been their plan. They've always been manipulating you from day one, but you just didn't know what was going on. You thought it was a normal relationship, and it's not. So, without further ado, um, I'm going to recommend a book for you to read, okay? Right now. If you can get a book on Amazon tomorrow, get it. Well, if you watch this video, whatever day it is you're going to watch the video, please order the book on the day and get it delivered. Or if you're on a Kindle, order a Kindle version, right? Um, this will help you just feel confident, because I know how a toxic relationship erodes your confidence. I know how you just don't feel like you're enough. I mean, you walk like something is wrong with you, but you know what? Nothing is wrong with you. They've planted seeds of doubt, they've planted all negativity in your head, but that's not you, is it? To the core, that's not you. So, this book, yeah, if you can get your hands on this book, I'll put it in the description so that you can have a copy. Uh, you just need to love yourself. Love yourself so much that you realize a toxic relationship isn't what you want, isn't what um, you signed up for. You thought it was love, innit? You thought you're gonna have a fantastic time together, have lovely memories as a couple, face any challenges together. But little did you know that you entered into a challenging situation that was ongoing and no end in sight. No end in sight, except unless and until you've put a stop to it. So please order this book, read it. This is the only book that I read and helped me to put my puzzle pieces together. Like, honestly, what has been going on all along? Because when you're an abuser, they'll be playing dirty tricks on you every day. It's not like one time and then they leave you alone. No, it's constant bombardment, gaslighting, manipulation, smear campaign, grey rocking, stonewalling, every form, devaluation. They even tell you in your face that nobody wants you. Who's gonna love you with two children? Who's gonna love you? I mean, they'll say all demeaning stuff about you. But is that what you want? No. So reading that book will actually make sense of this abuse has been going on, you'll be like, oh my God, why did I put up with that? So I'm going to raise my standard now, and I'm not going to tolerate this. And therefore, this will give you that strength, that wind under your wings for you to be able to fly. Right. The other book that I wish I I had had a copy of it even before I left was this one. This book will change your life. Not only will it change your physical health, it will change your spiritual life, your mental health will improve because, my God, you know how mental toll this psychological abuse is. Oh, yeah, this book is, I feel alive again. I feel connected with the world. I mean, it's like if you can't see, I can't say if you were blind because I don't want to be mean, but it's like a veil has been removed from your face. Now you can see spring. Huh? You can see flowers. You can see trees having their first leaves and stuff like that. I mean, you can see birds flying, and you wonder, who takes care of those birds? I mean, you start having those kind of conversation within your head that you wouldn't have stopped to even think about because you didn't have time for that. You just had time to serve your master. Right. So the video is all about how to get out of a toxic relationship, right? So after you've gotten this book, right, the next thing is for you to plan your exit. You need to plan your exit, and I'll share in the end how I did mine. So let me just talk about how you need to plan your exit. Like your clothes, if you've got somewhere you can store your clothes, just probably pack them, or at least have a list on what is going to go where, and yeah, just plan how you want your, I mean, for me it was just clothes. I didn't care about any pieces of furniture because you can always buy stuff new. I mean, besides for me, and also thanks to my friend, they said to me, just you want a blank slate, just start afresh. You don't want to bring bad memories because obviously uh, there's things that have happened, be it on the sofa, be it on the coffee table, dining table, be it, you name it, whatever you got, picture frames, maybe they'd been smashed or pictures. Right, let me not go in let me go into detail, right, about that. But you know how a toxic relationship is. And so planning your exit, your what you would want to retain, because I had to request for my pictures, although I put them in a suitcase, like a medium-sized suitcase. I'd put all the pictures that I cared about, and I'd ask for them to be sent to me through my solicitor because I didn't want them to know where I'd gone to, which is what I'm going to share with you in a minute. Um, yeah, just pick your clothes that you probably think because when I moved, it was like end of summer going into autumn, so it's change of season, right? Um, I just had to carry like one set of pajamas. I mean, I was gonna buy the rest later on. I didn't care how I'm gonna do it, but at least I couldn't even carry lots of stuff because I didn't have a car. I had to use public transport to get away. Anyway, I'm going ahead of myself. I said I was gonna tell you how I planned my exit. So clothes, certificates, like documents, important documents, your passport. If it's expired, just try and probably get it renewed, and it doesn't take long for that process to happen. 2 weeks, I think. Your driving license, you don't need to do anything with it because when you move, you are going to alert DVLA so that they can send you a new change of address. You know, when you do change of address, they send you your new document with the new address. So yeah, The other thing is before you even start packing your stuff, you need to promise yourself that you will not turn back like this. You will not turn back. This is the last. This is final. This is the end. End of the road. End of the story. End of a film that has been horrific. Okay? You need to promise yourself that. Write it down that I vow not to return to this toxic relationship, even if they gave you $1 billion. Even if they gave you a private island, you will not be involved with this person ever again. Why do I say that? Because when you are about to leave, you start feeling guilty. You start feeling like you've done something wrong. You know how we are like, we care so much about other people, less about ourselves. And there should be a balance. So, and apart from that, they will panic when they realize you've left. They'll do everything. They'll call your nearest and dearest, your friends, yeah, just to try and salvage the relationship. But they were they were the cause from the beginning, and now they're trying to salvage what? Where were you all this time? Why were you doing what you were doing? Right. So make a promise. That is very important. I mean, reading that book without you deciding that this is the end, I'm done, I'm finished, it's not going to help, because then you just be like, maybe. Because what an abuser does is they make you feel like you're in the wrong. So you're trying to fix something that you did not bring about. You're trying to work hard for a relationship that does not exist. It doesn't exist because it's fictional, like fiction. Right. So the next point is, you've read that book, you've made the promise, you've vowed to yourself. Uh, you've packed your stuff, you've decided if you're going to put some things in storage or not. Is to change your number. But wait, if you're going to change your number, I don't know what network you are able to be on, but I couldn't be on any contract phones because my credit had my credit score had nosedived, so there's no way I could have applied for one. It's a story for another day, right? And so you just need to get maybe a prepay card. Just order it online, get it delivered, but make sure when the person comes, you're the first in the door to get it. Or depending with how you guys live. And another thing is, you need to make sure you know their schedule, because if you decide to leave and they are there, this is the most dangerous time because they can harm you. And that's not what we want, is it? We want you to live safely from this toxic relationship, because the toxicity doesn't end as long as they can see you. They just feel more rage, more anger towards you, like you have defeated them because they thought they were winning all this time. Right. So now that you know their schedule, now you've read the book, you've gotten your number, you're not using it yet, right? Just put it in your purse, put it in your handbag. Find support. Talk to somebody that you trust and tell them what you've decided to do. Don't ask them if what you're deciding to do is the right thing or not, because it's your life. It's your life, okay? Just tell them what you're gonna do. And if you cannot find anybody to go and live with while you sort yourself out, like rebuild your life, I'm not talking about sort yourself out with your abuser. No, it's not going to work because they're not going to change who they are. It's just like we cannot change you as an empath unless there's some things you can learn, but your personality, you cannot change it, can we? It's how we are wired. I hope I'm wrong. Let me know in the comment section if it's possible to change someone's personality. Uh, yeah, the skills that we can learn, we manage other things, other conditions, but to change us completely, no. Right. I think that's about how you can get out of this situation, how you can get out of this toxic relationship. Dealing with a narcissist, I know it's hard. You feel like you can't do it. This is impossible, but it is. It is possible. 18 years of my life, I was going back and forth in my head. I was done with them 5 times or 7 times or whatever times, and then I was like, but how do I live? Is it I was one person who was like, never. I am not going to leave. We are gonna be together until death do us part. I was gonna die first. And another thing I thought, what if they died first and I've lived my life, a miserable life? It's miserable being in a toxic relationship. Right. So the last part is how I planned my exit, right? I said I was gonna share with you that. Right. Some of the things are probably are the same as what I've just shared with you, but I didn't have family around. The person that I said my friend was the only person, but they lived far away from where I lived, and I hadn't seen them in years to that point. Yeah. So what I did is I just sort of like spring cleaned my stuff, so that allowed me to take like loads of bean bags downstairs. So in their head, they saw me doing that, and then they thought I was just like tidying up the like spring cleaning or clearing, decluttering. Yeah, that's the right word I was looking for. So, and they were no longer sleeping in our bedroom. So I could put all the suitcases from the attic like that in the bedroom and plan where to go where until I got my number through the post because already they were no longer calling me. So I had a number for like 4 months without them knowing my new number. Only my daughter knew my number. And my friend, the one that I said lived a bit far away from me, I gave them my new number. And I think my other cousin, yeah, maybe all in all, it was just like maybe 3 people and four, maybe five. Yeah, 5 people knew my number, and everyone else knew my old number. So it was easier for me to manage because you just wanted to have that no contact with your abuser as you leave because, like I said, they'll be bombarding you with calls and yeah, right. So that was sorted. I managed to pack my things that I was going to live with, my books, especially my documents. As you can see, that book that I've just shown you, it's been a lifesaver for me because had I not learned about how to love yourself, I would have just continued believing I was crap, believing I was no good, nobody loved me, nobody cared about me, and that I was probably just taking up space. I should be. I remember at one point I sent him a message and I was asking, "Do you want me to die?" I was like, "Oh my God, what's going on? What's going on? What is happening with me? Why am I saying these things?" Anyways, yeah. So on the day we were gonna leave, um, I managed to contact the women's refuge and yeah, a safe house. So they called me to say, "Are you safe and can you leave today?" And I was like, "Yes." That was like around 9. So when they said, "Okay, let me try and sort out your travel arrangements." So it only took an hour for them to say, "Yeah, I'll send you the tickets, and are you able to get the 12 o'clock train or something like that? And told us where we're gonna go. Oh my God, it was just a perfect day. They had just gone to work. I hope. I don't know. Up to today, I don't know whether they're going to work or not, because they were just now in the habit of leaving the house because they thought they'd gotten me where they wanted me. They thought I was bound. I was not gonna do anything. So this came as a surprise to them because the other thing I think they thought we were gonna if the other thing they thought is, since we were not in the house, we'd gone on holiday because I was watching aviation stuff, and I had renewed my daughter's passport. Remember, I said something about the passport. Yeah, so I think they just like guessed because there was no way of them asking me, and because I wasn't talking to them anymore, I was just like one word.